Hi, well here we are for the final Q&A of the tour with myself, Tara, and my wonderful friend Murray is going to ask the questions, and the amazing Tara McNeill right beside me here is our incredible hair and makeup artist. So you're going to get to see her transform this into some big
It's
curls.
already beautiful.
I
I feel like you're like introducing us as your like magician's assistant. And here's my assistant. Are you ready for these questions?
I am ready.
Cool.
Am I nervous? No, let's do this.
Cool. First question from Facebook is from David and Jane Bodle. Tara, saw you in North Alabama. What is your favourite chocolate?
Ooh, hello to Alabama. We love Alabama. Y'all. Y'all in Alabama. Favorite chocolate's a very difficult one because I love chocolate,
Tara
as does
is a
Murray.
chocolate. I love how we just both outed each other.
There's nothing to be guilty about.
To be ashamed
No.
of here.
We adore our chocolates, but I'd say my favourite would be, one of my favourites. I love Maltesers, which I think you can only get in like Ireland and the UK, Europe. So it's been tricky, so I'm going cold turkey out here. Although we have had quite a bit of stash.
Yeah.
Off them. Some people brought them out from Ireland. But again, like, we know that once there's a family bag or like a party sized bag of Maltesers in front of me, they're gone in like 5 minutes.
It like says on the bag to share, and then you're like mid bag on your own. You're like, oops,
oopsies, it's gone. That actually happened one night whenever we opened the family bag, and then you were like, "Sorry guys, the Maltesers are gone."
No, someone was like looking for them, and I was like,
"Oh, but that was me with the Crunch Masters." Do you remember that, Cara? Yes. Yeah.
Basically, it's who can get to the snacks first on our bus, which we love. We're all about.
Say nothing when the pack is empty. Just throw it in the bin.
I think Maltese is great.
Yeah,
great answer.
That I love, and I love Galaxy chocolate and Cadbury's and things like that. Yeah,
good choices. Next question is from Lizzie Moran. What kind of violin do you play most often on shows?
I have one violin that I use for all the shows, and it is made by a guy called Roger Hansel, who's an incredible violin maker based in Yorkshire in the UK. And my teacher has one of his instruments, and then this one was made, like it's a modern instrument, and he said if I didn't buy it, he was going to buy it. Yeah, he was going to take it. So I was like, well, I respect his opinion so much. But then I tried it and I fell in love with it.
It's your baby.
It is my baby. It's my other arm. It's a limb. I love it so much, and it very much becomes like your sound. So like I'm very, very protective of my.
But rightly so. Like it's like looking after a child while on tour. You're like, wait, where is it at all points? Which absolutely.
Instead of having like one of those babies in the front,
I have it on the
back. Yeah. Oh, there's little back ones too. I've seen like people with their babies on the back.
Oh, so I think violin cases. I was like, yeah, you have one. But the violin comes to lunch with us sometimes. Yesterday, gets the little chair.
Yeah. Seatbelt around it.
Yeah.
I actually do on the tour bus. I do have a little section that is my section because I put the fiddle in, and then I push my suitcase up against it, and I have like wedged in so that even if the bus has to stop, suddenly it's like secure.
But it becomes like part of you, so you kind of have to.
It's like your vocal cords.
Yeah.
So like if you just like.
And I strap in my vocal cords.
Anyway,
moving on. The next question's from Tracy Dorn.
Hey Tracy.
What have been your favourite experiences on this year's tour?
Oh my goodness, that is a very difficult one because we have had lots of incredible memories. Honestly, the highlight has been being with my wonderful friends.
Extra limbs.
I'm so lucky to be touring with these incredible women. We've had the best of times. One of the times that springs to mind is whenever we were in. Everybody was piled into my bunk on the tour bus, and we just had the best. We were just laughing and chats and DMCs. I'm like, how are we fitting all these women into one tiny little bus bunk? Also, we went wheel watching in San Diego, which was incredible.
That was amazing.
But I'd say I feel incredibly lucky just to be back out on the stage after 2 years and to see wonderful, incredible Celtic Woman audience and these amazing venues. That has been like such an experience, just feels so like good for the soul to be back.
Yeah, kind of feels like you're coming home to yourself, or in a way, just after 2 years of not really kind of knowing what was going on, and then it's just
being back doing what we love, like we're so lucky to do that, and like to have our like dream job. So it's been wonderful being back on the road.
It has. Well, not back for me, but first time.
Yeah, God, it feels like we've been here forever.
The next question is from Matthew James Fletcher.
Hey Matthew.
Tara, what is your favourite hobby outside of music? I like this question.
Hobby, other than eating. What do I love? I just love being out in nature. I love going for runs if I can. Of course,
Tara is our queen runner.
The queen runner until I sprained my knee. So I have been out for a few weeks, but I do really love going out for runs, and we've gone out for runs together, a couple here and there. But probably my favourite thing in the world is actually going hiking. I love hiking around Ireland and like just like Glendalough and the Wicklow Mountains, and yeah, just being out and about with the Factor 50 on. And
well protected.
Yeah, it's well protected. But
to be fair, anywhere that we've been, Tara will always like zoom out on Google Maps and just see if there's water nearby.
Yeah.
And she's like, I'm running there.
Yeah,
like, as long as
there's
there's
river,
water.
I'm going. Yeah.
The next one's from Melissa Hernandez.
Hey Melissa.
If you could share one thing about your Irish heritage with the rest of the world, what would it be?
Interesting. Well, I feel like we're actually doing that with Celtic Woman. Like, I love Irish music. I love our stories and our songs and the beautiful melodies. And I feel with Celtic Woman we get to bring that across the world, and I feel very lucky to be like ambassadors for that. One thing I would love to have actually myself is the Irish language, which you have, and I wish everyone in Ireland spoke it and was fluent in it.
I know. And
I'd love to bring that across the world. What else? And I'd love to just take a little piece of Ireland away and like
at all times.
Yeah,
keep it in your pocket.
I would. It's in our hearts, really.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I love the land, and as I said, like we're hiking. Like I just think Ireland is like the most beautiful place, like scenically, the landscapes, the seascapes. I just want to be by the sea always.
Yeah.
So I'd love to everyone to see that, you know.
I think as well for us, like because we're away for such a chunk of the year, it kind of gives you a chance to like really think about Ireland and appreciate what it is. Because I for myself find the same. If ever I'm away for a long period of time, I'm like, oh, the air just seems so fresh.
As soon as you step off the plane after being on tour for a while, you're like, oh, I can breathe again. I don't know if it's just because it's extra cold. But
Yeah.
I
think it shocks you into realising where you are. Great. The next one is from James Peffel. Are your siblings redheads and musicians also?
Well, there's 4 of us all together. I have 3 siblings. My sister Kelly is a redhead, and she plays violin, piano, and sings. Next after that is Ryan, and he's a pianist, and he plays violin. He says he isn't a ginger. He's kind of brown on top, but
don't deny it.
It's in the blood. It's in the beard too. And
it always comes out in the beard.
Yeah, I think every Irish man has a bit of ginger in the beard.
My brother is like dark haired and his beard is still ginger. Yeah.
And then I have one more brother, Shay, and he is definitely a redhead, and he plays cello, piano, sings, and everything. So yeah,
it's amazing. Are your parents musical as well?
I think they would be had they had the opportunity growing up.
So they just like on a whim kind of were like, we'll put them into music lessons.
Mummy had read some like comic or like a annual whenever she was younger, and it was some wee girl who played the violin.
Oh,
and she was just like, I want my children to like learn the violin.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, and like she sings, and like they used to call her Top of the Pops and stuff whenever she was younger, because she like loved like the music and stuff.
Oh,
and like dad loves music. He's a big Leonard Cohen fan, so like there's the love is there, but they never played or sang.
And
actually, no, Mummy did sing in like one musical when she was
a
kid. Yeah, I think it was Calamity Jane.
Bless her. Tara's beautiful niece.
Oh, Aria. Yeah, so she is not a ginger, but
she's kind of a strawberry blondish. Is she denying
it? She should embrace it, not deny it. I know she's very blonde. Sometimes if you see her on the camera, she might look a little more ginger, but no, she's very blonde, golden hair, she likes to say. I
just love how her name is Aria. Like so music related.
She has a pink violin, and she has a pink little mini piano, but like she's playing the big piano now. And
she's a carbon copy of you. I can't. It's so funny.
Love her so much. Love you, Aria.
So we're moving on to some Instagram questions here.
Hello, Instagram.
Hello out there,
Instagram.
Instagram. This is from Hannah. What is your favourite piece of classical violin music?
Ooh, difficult question.
I don't think I know this. Don't know why I would know it, but I don't think I know it.
So there's a couple of things. Violin music. There's like one piece that I feel was like the turning point for me as a violinist, and I just loved it. It was the Brahms Sonata and Zats, and I felt whenever I played that, I think I was around like 16 at the time, or maybe 15, but I just was like, okay, I think I could do this. I'm like I really enjoy this. I'm starting to get like a bigger sound out of the violin, and also people started to be like, ooh,
she good.
Well, actually, I think it was from playing that someone then recommended me to my teacher, Michael Darcy. So I think it was, and I think I did well in like a competition, and it just led on to things. So I love that piece. Actually, I'm gonna play that again this summer. I think I'm gonna go back to that. And then but there's a piece I actually just adore listening to called "On the Nature of Daylight," and it's by Max Richter.
Oh yeah.
And it's just the most stunning piece of music. Like I think it's a string quartet. But it's just stunning, and I cry every time I listen to it. So I'm not allowed to listen to it on tour, but I have to be in an emotionally stable place. There are a couple of views.
Yeah. I love when there are certain like pieces like that just like strike a chord with you, and you're like, I can never listen to that again, or I will burst into tears.
Or you did like, why am I torturing myself?
Yeah.
I love it so much.
Sometimes you just need to do it though.
Also love like Eric Whitacre when David Hurd.
Love Eric Whitacre. Yeah.
But like I remember I remember singing that with Ulster Youth Choir, and actually like crying like mid performance.
I think anything Eric Whitacre for me, I'm like, it's really beautiful stuff.
Yeah, it's nice.
The next one is from ipec.fr.
Hello, IPEC.
Hi Tara, what would you recommend to a violinist? I play the violin too, and I'm studying at the conservatory. It would be great to get advice from a violinist like you. And there's a little star after that.
Oh,
you're a star.
Well, congratulations to be studying the conservatory. Wow, I'm so glad to be chatting to a fellow violinist.
It's a huge undertaking, so congratulations.
Yeah. Myrn played the violin for a little bit, didn't you?
We actually can't bring this up. I actually played the violin, like embarrassingly probably played the violin for about, I would say like 7 years. And I was so bad. Like I took up various other instruments after that, and like excel. Like
Myrn plays the flute, just in case you didn't know.
No, but like I was so bad at violin. I remember like the start, like learning it, and it's one of those instruments that I think God love the parents.
Oh yeah.
Who listen to the kids
it
starting off with violin.
And my parents had 4 of us. Yeah. But anyway, any advice? I would say just really just use this time to practice. Don't really listen to your teacher, but like this is the precious time whenever you can really put the hours in, but also listen to a lot of repertoire, go to concerts, play different styles of playing, because I think that's a big thing in the world now. You have to go from like, so say I studied classical, but then I've ended up in like this Celtic world, and like maybe sometimes like there'd be jazz, bluegrass, you never know what's going to come your way. So like the more like genres you can like dive into, I think it'll just like better yourself as like a musician. But yeah, just practice. Oh, my teacher used to say, don't practice until you get it right, practice until you can't get it wrong.
No, I used to be told that. I'd be like, but I'm always getting it wrong.
I'd get like so annoyed at myself.
The thing is, then I would practice and get it right once, and I'd be like,
done for the day. Bye.
I know. But it's so true that like so many different genres influence each other anyway. So by exploring different genres of music, it's just going to influence your playing and probably like
just better yourself as a musician. Yeah, definitely. Cool. But good luck and congratulations.
The next one's from I Love Celtic Woman, which I think we know is Rachel. Hello,
hey, Rachel.
What has been your favourite solo you've performed with Celtic Woman?
Ooh, For the Love of a Princess. I do love that one.
I love that.
I feel like it has like that Celtic melody at the start, and then it goes into like the big sort of like more sort of
has everything kind of
classical-y bit sort of at the end, where I get to show off those classical chops. But I just love it. I think it's a beautiful melody. I'm a big fan of like movie music, so the fact that it's James Horner, I love it. But also like I'm really enjoying Skyrim this tour actually, because I get to like dig in a bit, get out the anger and the frustration.
Hearing you do Skyrim, even like before we go on stage, Tara will just kind of do bits of warm up from Skyrim, and I'm just kind of like, Like you forget. I don't know. I sometimes just like forget like how. Not that I forget how incredibly you are, but like even just hearing you like stop it. But even hearing you do like warm ups, I'm like, it's so incredible. Like you're such an amazing player.
I feel about Myrn has you're incredible, but like actually hearing Myrn warm up is hilarious. Yum yum yum.
What do you do?
Yeah,
No.
me.
I deny all allegations.
But I feel so incredibly lucky to be sharing the stage with these very, very, very talented women and beautiful inside and out.
It's such a pleasure. Next one's from random_photos. Have you ever tried archery? I wonder why they're asking that.
If for people who don't know, I am a big Disney fan, but also I have like the wild hair like Merida from Brave, and Merida plays. She doesn't play. She does archery. So actually, I have not done archery, but I have my own type of bow. Yay! But I would love to. I think it's a very impressive like sport, and I'd love to try it sometime.
Yeah, I don't think I've been.
I do have a plastic bow and arrow from when I dressed up as Merida a few years ago.
Very good.
So maybe I
very apt.
practice.
Is it pink?
It is not. It's very like authentic plastic wood.
Oh, fair enough. You really went all in with that.
I did. Do you want to do? Is Cara to do the rest of the other side of my hair? No.
I can move over. So we'll
We're
probably
gonna swap it. Well, here we're back again, and Cara's now working on the left side of the mane.
I was hoping she'd just like leave one side, and then it would just be like, woo.
And the backcombing comes later as well. This gets nice.
Tara's backcombing moment is one of my favourite parts of the day.
Yeah, Myrn thinks I look crazy.
Fantastic. The next question is from Emerson_Cummings.
Hello.
What is your zodiac sign?
Oh, talking of manes.
Yes. Can you guess?
What do you think I am? I am a Leo because, well, I think I couldn't be anything else with my mane.
Lioness hair.
Lioness, yeah. I was born July 27th.
Funny enough, when I first met Tara, I'm the weirdo who's like, what star sign are you? And when Tara said Leo, and I was just like, I can't see that for you.
You're just like, no.
I just couldn't understand. And then now that I know you, I'm like, she's a Leo. As if I can tell people by their...
I think I have qualities of a Leo, but then there's definitely qualities I have maybe... Because I have a quieter side.
Definitely.
The lion comes out on stage. Maybe, I don't know.
No, it definitely is. Like, yeah, totally that.
But yeah.
Interesting. Sorry, I was like lost in thought about
something. We should look into it more and see exactly where I'm coming from.
I love that. If ever, I'm the worst for being like, now let's do your birth chart. Like, I've met you 5 minutes ago. Fantastic. So the next one is from Lee Robin, who is from Leighton. Tell us about your very first concert playing as and with Celtic Woman. That's a great question.
6 years ago. Maybe is it more now? I was in Johannesburg in South Africa, which was an incredible
That was your first one?
First one.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, amazing. I know what a place to start.
Terrifying.
It was very scary. And I feel like I'm much more comfortable in myself now and like, have come into my own in the show. But it was incredible because I'm like, is this real? Is this actually happening? Am I up on stage with Celtic Woman? But also, terrified.
Terrified. I think as well because had you been to South Africa before?
Never.
I think that's
haven't
the thing.
Been again actually. Yeah.
Because like that seems like such an amazing place to go as your first show as well.
It's memorable.
Like it's daunting enough. Absolutely. Yeah. And now she is the Celtic Woman.
We are all Celtic Woman.
We are all Celtic Woman. That's a great. But you did start.
Oh, actually, yeah, no, I did.
As a harpist.
Yeah, I did. For the Destiny filming of the special, I played the harp in the band. So that was my very first introduction with Celtic Woman because at that point I was like, I just wanted to be involved in any shape or form. And then I remember Susan singing "Sometimes a Prayer Will Do," and just like sitting at the harp being like, okay, if this is meant to be. I would love to be a Celtic Woman. I want to be a member of Celtic Woman. So if this is meant for me, and the violin is of course like that's my main instrument and that's my baby, and so then the position came up like the next year. So I just done like that one filming of the special and I think amazing.
That's something we've said like time and time again that like it feels like things like we feel like we were meant to meet at this time, and like we feel like things just kind of happened at the right time, and our paths crossed.
The right
and
time.
the fact that you were in the band before you were officially in the group, like obviously that was your path, and that was the right thing to
maybe it was
happen
just
to you.
like people meeting me, even,
Yeah.
or just knowing that I exist in this world.
Yeah. Did you film something with Celtic Woman while you were playing the harp, like just as the harpist in the band? Not just, but like
as in like I was in the band for the Destiny special.
So I remember seeing that.
Do you?
Yeah. Because I remember you playing the harp in it.
Do you?
Yeah. And I'm actually, I know.
Is this before you knew me?
Yeah.
Okay.
This was before you were like officially a Celtic Woman.
Okay. Yeah.
I actually don't think I've ever told you that.
No, I didn't know.
That's so funny. I remember it well. And cause I think obviously just your hair, and I think the harp, it was just like
But
such
I think
a
they
it was
saw
such
me
a
at that
feature.
point and being like, oh, she'd be, I think even Susan said it. She was like, she'd be good for Celtic Woman, but at that point they didn't even know I was like a fiddle player.
Oh, okay.
And then like it's just like, but then it all was meant to be. But I feel like we were really meant to be
Yeah.
friends. And yeah, and even if Celtic Woman didn't happen, I feel like our lives would
probably
find
would've,
a way.
Yeah, we would have been forced together at some point. But even the first time we met, we were like, do you know this person? Oh, I know this person. I went, do you go to college with this person?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Lots of connections.
We're making Ireland sound very small, which it is. So this next one is from Matt Davis. And this says, hi, this is Emerald, age 9, Violet, age 7, and Zinnia, age 5.
Ooh.
And we want to know, if you were not a musician, what do you think you'd be doing? Thanks, and we loved our first concert when we saw you in Lancaster, Pennsylvania.
Thank you so much for coming to the show, and what beautiful names! Oh my goodness.
Hello, everyone.
Hello. Thank you so much for coming to our show. What would I do if it wasn't music? I feel like even if I wasn't a performer, I'd find a way to be involved in music, like a teacher, or which I did do before Celtic Woman taught. At one point I had 50 little violin students.
50.
50. And then also I thought about music therapy, but I would be very interested in like psychology.
Yeah.
Also another side of it, but like physics, like I love space and like the stars and just how the world works. I'm just completely like baffled by it all, so I'd love to maybe be in that realm.
Music therapy is an amazing one, actually. I did a placement in a place before, and just seeing the impact that music has on either like children with a lot of learning difficulties or like adults or
everyone.
Anything. Yeah.
I think that's why I think like psychology would be so interesting as well, because it would just help a lot of people just to find like the mind very interesting, and just like with mental health, just whatever you can do to like help people in that world, that realm.
Also, there was one night recently that there was a thunderstorm while we were on the bus, and we were kind of all like, are we okay? And Tara was like up the front of the bus, like staring at. She's like, look at the lightning, and we were like, Tara. So physics makes sense.
I'm so intrigued by the world. I think the world's incredible in the universe, and I just want to know more.
Yeah, I get that.
It's baffling.
So we are moving on to some Twitter questions.
Hello, Twitter.
the Twitter sphere. And this one's from Allo fan saying, happy belated National Redhead Day.
Oh, and I was shaking the hair there.
And the question is, how long have you been playing the violin/fiddle?
I have been playing for 24 years. Yeah, I
wow.
24 years.
That's
amazing. And I started like the piano probably a year before that, and the harp. That's a really long time. Well, whose name was it again?
Allo fan.
Allo to your fan, you're making me feel old. But yeah, 24 years. It's been amazing, my goodness, and where it's taken me and the opportunities and this life. So I encourage anyone who's watching to take up a musical instrument, because it will change your life, and it's so great for so many ways, like for
meeting people.
Also, it's really good for your brain, and for mathematics, it like rewires you that way. It's but just also just for the soul.
For the soul, big time. Someone was talking recently about, or I was asking you, and you were saying that you can. Was it that you remember the smell of it or the?
But when I started.
When you started violin.
Yeah, I know. I actually didn't think that I remembered it, and then whenever I first started playing the violin, but then someone asked me recently, and. I remember the colour of it being like orange, and I also remember like the smell of the varnish, and I remember putting my thumb on like the fingerboard and plucking, because it takes a while before you can move on to the bow. And I was like, oh my goodness, I remember more about this than I thought.
It's amazing. It's so funny how like smells and things like that can just bring you back instantly to something.
Yeah. I know, a little,
I can imagine
know.
tiny Tara.
There's not many photos at all,
Tiny
actually.
Tara
of me
playing
with
the violin. So cute.
Yeah.
This is the last question.
Last question.
Final
Thank you
one.
so much, everyone.
This is from Heidi, and it says,
Heidi.
how does it feel to be a part of Celtic Women?
Oh, wow. Well, it has been amazing. I feel so incredibly lucky. I am filled with gratitude to be able to do what I love. If someone asked me years ago what my dream job was, I would have said Celtic Woman. So not many people get to live their dream job. I feel so much gratitude to be surrounded by these incredible women.
Love you.
I really, and the rest of the girls, I love them so much, and they make this life worth living.
Dramatics. I love it.
No, but it is like, I couldn't do this without the girls.
Better.
Yeah, we have the best time, and they're so talented, and we just get to share this weird and wonderful life together. But I love that I'm able to get up on the stage and make music and meet you incredible people along the way, and look out at these audiences, travel across the country, across the world. I just feel gratitude is my word. So thank you so much. Thank you for all your support for Celtic Woman.